Hello guys, Absolute Duelist here, coming at you with another One Piece Locals match, going into OP04.5 as well, guys, with my new Dofi deck. This deck has been a lot of fun testing and everything, and I believe I said that in the last video as well, but it's just a deck that I've been really enjoying to play because it's just a lot of fun. Like, being able to do everything that Law originally be able to do, with like being able to cheat out characters, being able to have loads of consistency, get lots of searches, get draws. It's just a lot of fun to play. But nonetheless, we are going against Magellan and we are going second. He goes ahead and uses Hannibal and gets the Minosaurus and passes turn. So we go ahead and start our turn with a Buenafusta, our own one-drop searcher. And what are we going to add with the Buenafusta? We go ahead and add a Tony Chopper, basically trading the Buenafusta for a chopper, and we go ahead and take the first life with the Magellan swing. He plays a Minosaurus and passes. We swing 5 straight into his life. He does counter for 1, then we rest free, resting 1 to go ahead and play that Nami and use her ability, but we do whiff. We saw nothing, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and see what the Magellan player is going to do. He's going to go ahead and play a Queen, not a 5-drop Magellan. Kind of interesting, and draws 2 and discards a Hell's Judgment for the Queen's ability. We do counter 1 on the swing, or wait, did we counter 1 or did we drop 2? Because the Magellan should have been on 6 there. Okay. Oh no, maybe we counted 1 for the Minosaurus and then we took the 6. That's probably what happened there. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and swing with the Doflamingo 6 after swinging with 5 with the Nami. Then we're going to go ahead and rest free and rest another one to go ahead and play another Nami, adding that chopper to hand there. Very good for us. So we're going to go ahead and pass turn, restanding to Don. And let's see what Magellan's going to do. Like, he should be on his 7 Don turn? It's either 7 or 5. No, it's definitely the 7 Don turn. So he should be on 6. Well, he's on 6 because he negged 1. So he's going to swing 5, I believe, into the Nami. Will we let Nami die? Nope, we're going to go ahead and counter with a 2k chopper. Interesting that we chose to counter with the chopper there. But what is he going to do? It looks like he separated 2 Don, potentially going to put it on the leader. And he does choose to swing 7. And we go ahead and use Thunder Bugua to gain 1 Don. And then he swings another 7 into the Nami again, I believe. And we go ahead and counter with 2 2ks. Okay, we really want to keep this Nami alive. Interesting choices on my end. And then we're on our 8 Don turn. So what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and swing, it looks like 5k into probably the Minosaurus. And then we go ahead and use the ability adding an Uta to hand. He goes ahead and lets the Minosaurus die, draws 2 and has to trash 1 for the Minosaurus' ability. And what is he going to trash? He trashes a little Sadie. Okay, interesting. We're going to swing another 5 into life and using the ability again. I believe that's because we're on 9 Don, because normally we wouldn't do that because we did use the Thunder Bugua to get an additional Don. So if we didn't have that additional Don, we would have probably not used both of the Namis there. So he does go ahead and counter that out though. We play the 7-drop Luffy and then also the Uta, and then we restand 2 Don and pass turn. So he is on his 8 Don turn now, having a pretty decent board. Like, he could go ahead and drop here the 7-drop Kid, the new one from the ST10 structure decks. He could go ahead and drop potentially 5-drop cost Magellan. Like, he could drop a decent amount of things. He could also drop some blockers as well, maybe another Minnow Koala if he has more in hand. Like, what's the Magellan player gonna do here? Like, he has a lot of options with 8 Don especially. Like, there's a lot of different things he can potentially do, which could just win him the game. So he's gonna go ahead and swing, looks like 7, and we're gonna Gibson the Minosaurus, so we go up to the lovely number of 9 after swinging for 7. Probably into a Nami as well. So what's he gonna do next? Because he does still have the ability to swing with, like, potentially the Hannibal as well as his leader. So what's he going to do? So he's going to play a Magellan. We neg 1 Don. It's a bit late though because we will just constantly go back up to 10 Don at this point. But he's going to go ahead and swing 7. We do counter it. We block it and then counter for 2. Bringing our leader Luffy, well, our Monkey D. Luffy blocker up to 9k from his 8k swing. And then we are on 10 Don. So what are we going to do with our 10 Don? Like, we can go ahead and swing with the Nami. We're going to use the ability as well. Nami's going to hopefully get us something very nice here. We get the Monkey D. Luffy. Very good card to grab there. He does use the blocker Law to counter out though. Swing another 5 into life. Or probably into the Minosaurus I might have been doing right now. Just trying to clean up his board. But he chooses to 2k counter that. And we're going to swing 7 into the Minosaurus. And it does die now. he's going to draw 2 and trash 1. He trashes an X-Drake, interesting choice. And then we swing 8 into the Queen. And then we're going to go ahead and play a Guild Tessero, getting rid of that Bueno Festa. Okay, so we've got a very consistent board on lock right now. We've got the Uta, which can go ahead and rest a Magellan or the Hannibal. We've got the Guild Tessero, which is going to allow us to draw 2 cards each turn from now on, just building up our hand even more. Like, we are in a very, very good situation here, guys. Like, I don't think we're not in a bad spot. We're in a very good spot. So he's going to go ahead and play a King, okay, which will allow him to just go ahead and Negadon, boost his leader, and also kill the Uta blocker. Very good for him. Like, that puts him in a very good position here right now, because he can go ahead and swing 7 with his lead, and he can also probably swing, like, 8 with the Magellans as well. But he's going to go ahead and swing 6 into the Nami. Interesting choice. We go ahead and chop a blocker. He swings another 6 into the Nami. We let this one die, and then he puts 3 on the Hannibal. And he goes ahead and swings, and we just choose to counter this one out. Alright, so we are on 10 Don. What are we going to do here? Like, we have a blocker. We're going to swing with the Nami. We're not using the ability, so we're probably dropping a 10-drop Dofi this turn. If we swing with a Nami and don't use its ability, yeah, we're going to go ahead and lock the Hannibal, lock the Magellan, and lock the leader as well, just so he can't restand them on the following turn, and we're going to pass that after drawing 2 cards with the Guild Tessero. So, very good position for us now. Like, we've locked his leader down, we've locked the Magellan down. He only has the ability to swing with that 7k King, and that could potentially remove something depending on how he splits up his Don, but we are in a very, very nice position here. So, what is he going to do? It looks like he has maybe like 4 cards in hand. He could potentially drop a 9-drop Kaido, but he's going to go ahead and swing 10 into the Guild Tessero. We go ahead and use a Spiderweb, probably restanding the Luffy, and counter with a Sugar as well, it looks like. And we didn't restand. We probably were just like, oh, there's no point in restanding, he can't swing again anyway. Like, it's kind of irrelevant, right? But I probably should have restanded that Luffy just in case. Like, if something comes out of left field, right? So we go ahead and get our Don back, restand everything. He's on 2 life, 1 blocker within the Queen. Where is this going to go? So we go ahead and swing 11 into the King. Just kind of cleaning up the board a bit now. Swinging 6 with the Nami into the Magellan. Probably because it doesn't really matter if we lose the 2 Don. Does he let it die? Does he let it die? He might need to counter here just to keep it. And he does counter with a Hannibal. Okay. So what do we choose to do here? Because we've got a lot of cards in hand. We could go ahead and swing the Guild Tessero, neg 2 Don, draw 2 more cards. We're going to swing 5 from the looks of it into life, because we did just pick up our leader. Maybe we're swinging into the Hannibal though? Or is he thinking of countering or blocking with the Queen? He chooses to take this one. Okay, and then we're going to swing 8 into probably into the Magellan, I'd think. Like, that would just make the most sense, right? He does choose to counter, though. He uses Hell's Judgment, negging a Don, decreasing probably the Luffy and also the Guild Tessero. Okay. And then we put 1 onto the Luffy so it can still swing, because we put it up to 5. Taking away his last life, resting 4, and playing that Uta blocker right there. That might just be the nail in the coffin, because he swings, we go ahead and rest the Uta, Negadon, rest either the Queen or the Magellan. Like, this is a very, very good position for us. But he's going to go ahead and play a King, and kill the Uta. Okay. Okay, so this changes things a bit, but we've still got a lot of presence on the board. Like, we've still got the ability to just go ahead and swing a couple of times next turn. He has a lot of Don. His leader is also a 6k leader. So he's going to swing 7 into the lead, well, into my life. He's going to swing another 7 into life, from the looks of it. Okay. And then he swings a big number into my life. I just go ahead and counter it. And then he just says, yeah, that's GG, man. I used all my blockers to go ahead and swing because I knew I was going to die on the following turn. But yeah, that is the game, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Honestly, seeing Magellan is really, really nice. He didn't sadly see his 7-drop kids, though, which maybe would have made the game an entirely different situation if he did see them. But nonetheless, it is kind of fun to play against Magellan and see it actually being somewhat good now. Because, like, if I didn't have the consistency there that I did, that could have been an entirely different game. If I went second, or sorry, if I went first, it could have been an entirely different game. Like, it was just a lot of fun to play that Magellan match and see how the deck actually kind of works now going into OPO 4.5. But guys, I hope you did enjoy. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one for the final round of locals. In a bit, guys.